It's not just Drive who'll get the biggest names in sports, though, as we're now joined by this England cricketing legend.
Brilliant from Jonny Bairstow. How brilliant a fieldsman Jonny Bairstow is.
Bairstow takes the catch. Holder is anything but secure.
Driven, does he find the gap? He gets one, he'll want two to get 150. He gets back for two. 150 for Jonny Bairstow.
Whether he's getting the credit he deserves, I'm not sure, but we all certainly are aware of how well he's playing and how brilliant he's been for us as a team.
Through the gap and away, that is a brutal 100 from Jonny Bairstow.
That's right, the 2019 Cricket World Cup winner, Ashes winner, and the man at the centre of very controversial stumping this summer. A very good morning, Jonny Bairstow. Morning, Johnny.
Johnny, good morning. How are you doing, mate?
Good morning, chaps. Good morning. Yeah, good. Thanks. Yourselves?
We're in top form, mate. We're in top form. We're going to. That's the only place to start. Only place to start. Now, coming from the Scottish cricket talkSPORT correspondent, I mean, legitimately, it was a stumping. However, I'm in the it's not cricket camp.
We need to actually regress a little bit, Ali, and actually get back onto the gravy chat because I'm not happy with that. I clicked on it. I've heard that he doesn't like gravy now on his Christmas dinner. Next time he'll be telling me he prefers Tetley's tea over Yorkshire tea.
Well, Johnny,
Johnny, he's in the door. He's in the door 2 weeks, mate, and he's causing riots. Yeah, riots, mate.
Johnny, what's your view on butter on Weetabix or milk?
Oh my God.
I'm more of a Weetabix man.
But you'll take milk with it, surely. He's talking about.
Yeah, I can't have it dry.
No,
listen.
You cut them in half and put butter on.
Oh no. Absolutely not.
I'm with you, mate.
Butter and Weetabix.
Just to let you know, Johnny, there's 2-3 men in white coats appearing outside their studio. I think he's going to take him away, mate, very shortly. He has lost the plot.
I tell you what, Johnny, I didn't realise how important this was to the nation. Hey, look, are you enjoying having a little while at home?
Yeah, to be honest with you, it's been great. Obviously, it's been a pretty hectic 12 months getting back from the injury. And then, like you mentioned, with the Ashes, then the World Cup over in India, it's been non-stop since then. So it's been nice to get back with the family, refresh a bit. And then we've got the 5-test series over in India that leads on to the IPL. The auction's taking place right now, actually.
Johnny, in terms of the injury, fully fit, I mean, it was. I'm not sure bizarre is the right word, but it was certainly the way you got the injury to the leg wasn't the norm. How is it? Is everything fine? Because I think I bumped into you in the process of the rehabilitation, which was clearly hard work.
Yeah, look, it was one of those. It was race against time to get back, and you know when there's such a big series to get back for, you're rushing everything. It's one of those where naturally you want to give it a bit more time, but time is of the essence and you get back as soon as you can. It's been great actually this 5 or 6 weeks to have a block where you're able to work on the ankle, to work on the rest of the body and make sure it's fit and firing, ready for India.
You talk about time, sorry Jeff, you talk about time, Johnny, and I'm looking at the cricket lads, particularly, you know, Ashes series, just off the Ashes series, which I've got to tell you was magnificent entertainment, magnificent sport. And then there was a World Cup, and obviously the boys over in the West Indies just now, IPL, a test tour to India. It does seem non-stop, mate.
Yeah, it is non-stop, and if you're fortunate enough to play all 3 formats, you're on the road pretty much 300 days of the year. So it is non-stop. If you're not in all 3 formats, generally there's the franchise competitions around the world that people are going and playing in, and the guys are trying to make the most of it. You guys are well aware that careers can be cut short. Obviously, with my injury, that could have finished my career. We know how fickle the game and the sports industry is. So people are just trying to cash in as much as they can at this moment in time. But that also comes with some risk as well, risk of injuries and risk of burnout.
What's touring India really like, Johnny? Is it tougher than other tours?
It is tough, yeah. I'll be honest, it's somewhere that's a fantastic place to go and tour. They're fanatical about their cricket. It's naturally one of those places because they are so fanatical. When you are leaving the hotel, There's not too much personal space in some ways, but at the same time, it's amazing to see just how fanatical the fans are and how much cricket means to the people of India.
Jonny, what would you say is the biggest difference for you playing under Ben Stokes and McCullum? Because obviously the test side and the way the game has been played has changed dramatically.
Yeah, I think clarity and freedom. I think those two things were given right from the off. I think that they had a clear vision, and everyone bought into that vision of how we wanted to go about and play Test cricket. Test cricket potentially was falling a bit flat in some places around the world. We've seen, well, obviously, even the attendance just in the Perth Test, Australia, Pakistan, just recently was down. So it was about trying to reignite that passion for Test cricket within people within England, the younger generation, not just trying to inspire them to play T20 cricket, but just show them how enjoyable Test cricket is and how passionate the fans are and how much entertainment Test cricket can really give people.
Jonny, you'll have been watching what's going on in the Caribbean. England pulling it back to 2-1. Phil Salt-Ton, which was important to England. It was important for him as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, look, it was important for the whole group. Obviously, the guys that like to get a few more results over there, but there's obviously guys missing out. Whether that's rest because they're going to India after Christmas or selection. It's going to be a big game later on today. There was obviously the news of something happening outside of the hotel last night. That's just part and parcel of things that happen, I guess, and you just got to put that to one side. And
did you feel threatened at any time when you've been on tour with England, Jonny?
Oh, look, we're fortunate that we have some of the best security protocols in the business. They do all of the security checks before we go away. There's one of the guys that's done it for years and years and years, and class him as a very good friend. So if there's any questions that I've got, I'll just speak to him direct and ask questions. And if he's not able to reassure me that everything's okay, then it's one of those where you have to make the decision on behalf of your family too.
India's going to seem a bit strange, isn't it, this time round, Jonny, because there'll be no Stuart Broad. Yeah. How do you feel about that? Yeah,
Broadie's obviously been an integral part of the Test side for so long, and do you know what? It was such a fitting way for him to go out.
Incredible.
Six off his last ball, and then take a wicket off his last ball in Test cricket. That's some swan song, and he's been a fine player for England for such a long period of time in all three formats. So he's naturally going to be a mess with the experience, but that comes an opportunity for someone else to stand in and fill those boots, if you like.
That's what I'm saying, Jonny. I noticed, I think Nathan Lyon got his 500th wicket there against Pakistan recently, and you obviously mentioned Stuart, but Jimmy's still going strong. The two of them, I mean, they will take some replacing, mate, eventually. I know Stuart's retired from international cricket, but Jimmy's still going.
How do you replace them? That's the question.
Yeah.
It's so over 1,000 Test wickets, the partnership that they build, the pressure that they build, not just for their partners, but the other guys coming on straight afterwards. Jimmy's an absolute phenomenon to be still going strong. The fitness that he has, the desire and will and want to play for England and play Test cricket that he has is something that can never be questioned.
Jonny, look, I'm disappointed with your views on gravy, but nevertheless, have a great Christmas, New Year, and a brilliant tour of India, mate. Thanks.
Go heavy on the gravy, mate. Have a great Christmas.
And enjoy your bread sauce.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app, and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.